Attack the enemy! Victory is ours!
Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I've got gotten a little tired of the 6.3 Axis / 6.3 Japan tanks grind, so had to take a little bit of a break. And like I said in the title, if you can't beat them, join them, so screw it. Decided to play some British 6.3, so threw together an FE-4202, Centurion Mark III, and a few other assorted 6.3 or less vehicles in my lineup, and ended up on Abandoned Factory, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite maps. After a little bit of a traffic jam with that T-34 there, got things straightened out, and this battle was from 8 September 2017, before I forget that. And I'm going to roll on in up towards the A point here and see if I can't capture it, keep the enemy from counter-capturing it, and press on and start a line beyond the captures and go for the defense of the realm here. You can see our team is pretty evenly spread across the map here, and I just clipped that gantry a little bit, but got off it pretty quickly. Unfortunately, it stopped me from being able to get a shot at the little whatever it was that just crossed up there. But oh well, still plenty of time to get in and capture the A point and then deal with him later. And as you'll see here, there's kind of the chronic problem with 6.3, around the 6.3 battle rating for the Axis teams, is they don't press the points at all. And I don't know if they expect that like all the Tigers and King Tigers can just sit back, wait for the enemy to capture all the points, then press pass, and they're going to sit there like a steel wall and shoot all the enemy as they approach and then counter capture like a pendulum swing, or if they think they're just going to sit back and snipe the enemy to death and win, because it doesn't happen. I'm here to tell you, the win ratio for Axis around 6.3 is about 1 out of every 5 or 6 battles, and those are hard-fought battles at that. It's not even a sweep or anything. The grind has been horrific and horrendous and not very fun whatsoever, so I had to take a little bit of a break from it. Now, I know somebody is shooting at something up here. Come around the corner, I can see the front of a Tiger 1. Get a decent enough shot in, only took out his machine gunner. Thought I was going to have counterfire come back any second. Got another shot, follow up, and got his gunner, or his driver, I mean. And then he must have thought he was taking hits from somewhere else because he didn't fire back at me. Now, after I got that ricochet on that shot, he did realize that I was shooting at him, and I got a shot into his loader and his horizontal turret drive. Then I took a shot from the left, here coming up. There it is. And got a follow-up shot and finished out the crew on the Tiger. Wasn't sure exactly what had shot me from the left, but you can see him retreating away behind the train cars and coal piles here. And right there you can make out that it's an SD KFC pack wagon with 75, 234-4. So lucky for him, he's just as fast in reverse as he is forward, as I'm trying to chase him around the corner here in a British tank that doesn't exactly want to steer or corner well. So he's definitely going to get away from me, but he's going to drive right into the T-34 and get erased from the battlefield. There he is. So I should also mention this was maybe 1, maybe 2 battles after I'd finished the APDS for the FE-4202, so I was doing fine with the original solid shot round before that, but the APDS is, of course, that much better. So I like these little ramp things here, the little raised train platforms, the cargo loading platforms or whatever. Roll right across, right up and right back down. See somebody shoot here, can obviously tell it's not a friendly. Got hit by some sort of AAA there, but this Tiger 2 was not paying attention to me. I got a real good shot into his breech and half of his tank crew, turret crew. Tried to set him on fire so I could roll around him to the left side and then finish him off on the side, and it just straight up killed him, so that worked too. And then I'm going to continue on to the B point and help recapture it. Not entirely sure why the dude started a blind hunt here, but hey, whatever. And our team finished recapturing the B point well before I got there, so I'm just going to continue onwards and head on up to the C point and then basically take up a halfway position between either A and B or B and C just to react to wherever the enemy comes. Keep an eye out to the left for the likely avenue of approach. Nobody there. This T-34 does me a little bit of a favor. Neither one of us was noticing the other one. He bumped me just in the right direction I needed to go, which was funnily convenient. Checking to see how many enemies are left on the enemy team. Not that many, but still enough for there to be a battle. We finished capturing the C point, and then right as I come around the corner here, I can see an obvious M4A376 from Japan. And then I get the goofy fence collision detection bounce there that makes my gun jump through the sky. And naturally the Sherman gets a kill on somebody after my shot flew too high because it thought it was aiming over a fence or whatever the heck happens when it does that. So I'm going to chase this Sherman down, come around about these oil containers here. Stabilizer did a little bit of a hop there and I didn't quite get the side shot into his turret that I wanted, but thankfully his follow-up shot was no good either. Took out his driver and his gunner after that, and right about as I'm waiting to reload for my follow-up shot, he gets erased by an IS-2, which was fine. I mean, I certainly would have had him within a shot or two, but I'll take the assist, whatever. It's not like the IS-2 specifically knew that I had him taken care of or anything, it's alright. I notice a whirlwind coming out of the enemy spawn, get a real good shot into his turret, and take 3 of his crew out. And can't see him in a follow-up. Thought the IS-2 was going to finish him as well, but he got away, so I know he's heading towards the C point. It doesn't really make sense for him to go anywhere else except the C point and try to start capturing it back for his team. So that's where I'm going to head, because eventually he's going to show up there. Before too long. Take a little peek over towards their spawn, make sure nobody's coming up to shoot me in the side, and continue my merry way on up this hill. And sure enough, there's our wascally Werble. I'm going to stop short of the point just in case he drives in the cap so that he won't know that I'm there. And instead of going into the cap, he starts climbing the coal pile there to set an ambush, I think. But unfortunately for him, didn't really matter. Popped him and finished him off. And then I did notice on the minimap there was an enemy heavy over here inside this building, probably shooting down into our spawn, so I'm going to immediately turn and react to that threat over there. Now, I was really hoping he would be watching out towards our spawn, and I'd be able to drive up here and shoot him in the side of the turret, but right as I'm rolling up on him, he's rotating his turret back over. I don't know if he saw me, or if he heard me, or neither, or both, but he's just sitting there waiting, and there's no way I'm going to pull in front of him here, even with the stabilized gun, and survive a front quarter shot. So, I'm going to react, roll around to the left here, and either shoot him in the side if I can help it. And that kept him distracted enough for an M56 to take him out, so that was actually okay as well. Just verify that it's really him who's dead. And right as I come around the corner here, the M56, who had just taken out the Tiger, gets killed by a Panther A. So I'm looking for the Panther A. Wasn't sure if he'd been shot from back behind near our spawn or what, and as I'm rolling up around the edge of this building, oh, look at that, it's the Panther A. The one that just killed our M56, in fact. And I just love when this sort of thing happens. Right as I'm about to fire, his barrel sweeps across where my gun is. My gun hits his gun barrel and doesn't do anything, but I made sure, absolutely sure, that the next shot was the one I wanted. Into his left side of his turret and finish him off, and he must have decided he didn't want to play that game anymore and jade out to just get in something else or just rage quit, who knows. If he was rage quitting, I most certainly understand how that feels, because this is how 6.3 battles go. Now something got a couple good hits into the top of my engine deck. I'm not exactly sure what it was. He didn't come back for a follow-up. He never set me on fire or anything. So I'm going to head back down towards the middle of the map again to hold position in between all the capture points. And yeah, just the Axis grind, especially the Japan grind at 6.3, is just abject misery. Is not fun or enjoyable at all. I mean, I'm averaging, with the good battle, I'm getting maybe 2,000 vehicle research. Maybe. Towards the Type 60 that I'm working on. It's just, it's going to take forever. But between the M41A1 and the STA1 with no stabilization, not really great engine power. The M41's got acceptable engine power, but it's not even that fast. And neither one of them has any particularly good armor, particularly around the turret. It's just, it's really hard to accomplish a lot with those tanks. But every now and then you just take a quick trip over to the Allied team, get your zest back for playing the game, and then return back to the salt mines that are 6.3 axis. And if the Royal Army doesn't provide you with bushes, by God, take your own. So I'm rolling back down to A to help recapture A, and then really just finish things off for the battle.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Not really much left going on here for the enemy team. And before I can make it there, our team finishes off the A point. There's that dead tiger I killed earlier. So I'm just gonna roll it around here and just sit and wait as the tickets are gonna bleed out and just see if any final enemies are going to come out of their spawn. And they don't. And that is it for the battle. So, first place, 1 cap, 4 kills, 1 assist. That would have been a kill, but whatever. And no deaths in kind of a stomp. And then I even got 10,000 extra lions. Aww. Too bad I've got nothing left to research for the British ground forces. I did get my adjustment of fire finished there, though, so that was nice. So a good modification to have for your APDS rounds with the FV4202. You can see the first place there. Somehow I beat out the guy with more kills, but I guess my capture and assist counted for more? I don't know. There's the kill rundown, and that'll do it for today. Tomorrow, it's back to Japan. Thank you guys all for stopping by and checking this one out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more War Thunder, and have a great day, everybody.